My mother stood in that park and nobody would take her. She left and went to outside so she could find the ones that were just driving past. Anyone she was able to stop, somebody would run from the park. If you carry this woman, your license is gone. And they would drive past. My mother got frustrated and sat on her box. Then my dad drove back to the park and told her, enter the car. He carried the box, put it in the car, carried and brought her back home. There was no apology. There was no remorse. There was no shame. There was more victimization. Because now he was behaving like he did her a favor by bringing her back. There's a place for staying when marriage becomes a death trap. There's a place for staying. Those places are few, and they are usually from a direct command from God. The example I have is Prophet Hosea. God said to him, go and marry a prostitute. When I saw Pastor Tolu's interview and I saw comments, I was just laughing. How convenient it is to sit with your tiny little phone and be typing nonsense that you haven't walked through. I wonder what social media would have said about Hosea then. No? Hey, he cannot be a prophet of God. This one, he cannot be God speaking. Marry prostitute. Gonorrhea. HIV. He's a false prophet. He brought a prostitute to his house. She left him and went back to the men. God said, go and bring her back. He went and brought her back. She left again. God said, go and pay money and buy her back. Prophet of God. Marrying a prostitute that is not repentant. There's a place for staying. It's usually warfare. God will ask such a person to stay because there is war to be fought or there is a message to be passed across. But there are not plenty. All the other ones that are doing, like Mama Oshika said, Father Lord, if I sent myself, have mercy on me. Many of the people who are staying sent themselves. God did not ask you to stay. Anything that will strip you of personhood is not godly. And abusive marriages do that. They strip you of your sense of personhood, strip you of value. And what is the most heartbreaking is that we sit down and we accept it. It is my cross. Who told you that is what the cross means? I looked at my mom that day and I made a silent vow. See, let me tell you, some of our brokenness comes from watching those broken relationships. We become broken like that too. I made up my mind. I said, no man will treat me this way. I will never take this rubbish from any man. Now, the tragedy of staying when you shouldn't, or there is a way to stay and it is not healthy. It is staying without hope, staying without leverage, and staying without strategy. If you don't want to go, you want to stay, you cannot be hopeless staying there. If people come to the rehab, we tell them what we want to give you from day one is hope. Because if you take hope from a person, he's done. If you are staying in that space, don't be hopeless there. 2, my mother had no leverage. She had no education, no money, no family. Her parents were both dead. And he knew her siblings were struggling. She was the one that used to take small from my father's house, who was very rich, and give to her siblings. So there was nowhere to go. She had to sit there. Please, those of you listening, don't leave your daughters without a place to go. My daughter was getting married. Somebody came and said, want to marry. I said, oh God, I don't know you. She brought you. She said she loves you. I love you too. I said, but please, did she tell you where she did her first degree? He said US. Did she tell you where she did her master's? UK. I said, can you quantify that in naira and kobo? He said, man, that's a lot of money. I said, yes, money I could have used to buy Louis Vuitton and Louboutin. And I said, I used it to raise a lady. So lady like that, she has attracted you now. I said, hear me well. I didn't raise a punching bag. Don't lay one finger on my daughter. The day you do that, I'll take her from you. You don't have a wife anymore. Man, I say, why are you saying that? I say, oh God, say your own. This is my own. I am putting this boundary in place so this man knows what is okay and what is not okay. Do not hit my daughter. On that account, she will always have a room in my house. He said, Ma, my father never did it, so I have no example to copy. I said, God bless you, son. May we have men like that their sons can boldly say, my father didn't do it, so I don't have an example to copy. Then he said, well, Ma, please, I want to say something. No? I said, okay. He's a lawyer. Hey, Ma, I don't know what I would do if she slapped me first. So I said to him, I didn't raise her like that. I said, just as it is not okay for you to hit her, it's doubly not okay for her to hit you. So don't stay there without leverage. What are you leveraging on? When a person breaks the covenant down to rubbish, you are not bound to uphold that because it's no longer a covenant. At this point, your leverage should be contract. It was a covenant from the beginning until they broke it. It becomes a contract. And I'm not afraid to say that. The church needs to start speaking and stop making the victim responsible for fixing what they didn't break. Stop making the victim responsible for repairing what they didn't break. How can a woman run to you for shelter. She's been beaten. Oh, the house that I began. You don't know what made me start that safe house. God told me 8 years before, start a safe house. I said, Father Lord, the rehab center has not stabilized first. Let me be stabilizing that one. One day I woke up and there was a woman in my house. She was standing and swaying. And it was somebody that brought her. She was saying, Mommy, please help. I said, well, she said this morning the husband was beating her. He held her neck and was banging the back of her head against the wall. As she was speaking, the woman fell down and slumped. In my house. I thought she had died. I started shouting, Jesus, help me. I put her on the bed. I know the husband, and I couldn't wrap my head around it. See, some women are married to narcissistic men who are perfect gentlemen outside, but they are monsters inside the house, and you don't know. So when they are talking, you say, that nice man. No, now. Please don't do that. I ran to the office to help my head understand what I just saw. I met a woman waiting for me. She said, I'm not going back home. She followed me back home. The next morning we woke up, there was one knocking on my door at 6 a.m. frantically, 25 years married, running for her life with a small bag on her shoulder. What is it? Ma, please, I can't go back home. You will kill me. By the end of that day, another one came. The husband had used knife to beat her. What is that? That's not a covenant anymore. When God was giving the covenant, he was assuming that people will be children of God. Most of them are children of the devil now, carrying the name of God as a cover. In the last few weeks, Auntie Billy, if you know how many women have sent me messages about their husbands and what they're doing to them, and they're all pastors. Abuse from the pulpit to the pew. Please don't stay without strategy, don't stay without leverage, and don't stay without hope. If you must stay. I don't have time. Like Auntie Billy said, the clock, somebody moved it. I can't believe the time is already gone. But why did you people give us short time like this? Abigail was married to a man called Nabal. Horrible human being. Wicked man. Insensitive. Without spiritual discernment. She was sitting with darkness. But I love Abigail. When she heard that David was trying to do something, she said, my opportunity to meet a king. Let me tell you something. Don't shut your mind down to loving again if you have to leave. I'm jumping my gun. She was sitting there, but she had hope. One day, God will deliver me from this madness. And when she saw the opportunity, because she was spiritually sensitive and prepared, she took it up. It's not David that chased Abigail. Abigail chased David. Abigail arranged herself like Queen Esther to be seen. She finished pampering his ego very well. Then she said, please, when the Lord puts you on the throne, remember this beautiful woman you saw. This. Don't be like Pastor Jane that was walking around thinking only of 32 and a big forehead. Know that you are beautiful. And say, remember this woman. Even if I'm not beautiful on the face, remember my prophecy saved you from losing your throne. Be good for something. That's your leverage. Be good with something.